Well, hello there, motherfuckers. And I'm back with another TV review. And I'm pleased to say that Heroes is back. And it's back with a fucking vengeance. And thank God for Heroes Reborn. This fucking thing has really breathed new life into the series. Now, Heroes Season 3 was probably one of the worst fucking turns I've ever seen in the series that I enjoyed. The first season was a masterpiece. The second season was a bit of a drop off for me, but it was still okay. And the third season was a fucking abysmal failure. And that's not an exaggeration. It was pretty fucking bad. Just completely losing all direction of what the series was about, and just completely boring us with just mundane and just all too familiar types of scenarios, and it's in the past. But thankfully, this is not a fucking total reboot of the series, which has been going on recently in Hollywood and TV, just completely rebooting series, pretending like shit didn't happen in the past. And people will say, "Oh, they're not, pretending that shit didn't happen. It's just a remake." Well, the thing is, are we supposed to actually pretend like a series that wasn't 10 years ago didn't, happen? So I'm really happy that they didn't go that way. We got some familiar faces coming back with Noah. We've got some new characters like Tommy, who has the ability to transport people anywhere just by touching them. And he's also learned that he could even transport himself now. He's been on the run for most of his life. You have a mysterious guy who can actually convince people to do anything just by giving them a fucking penny. Um, this series has still got all the originality. It is fucking back, baby. It is fucking back. And this series always brings about intrigue. I feel like I'm back in season one again, but it doesn't feel like familiar territory, which is very refreshing that it's not simply a repeat, it's not a reboot, but it's something completely original, and it still feels like it's part of the Heroes universe. And I'm really just ecstatic about this. I mean, we've got great acting here. We've got intrigue. We've got, interesting characters. We've got it all. We've got Navi right here on my phone texting me. We've got, Heroes back again. And I am just so pleased that this series that I thought was, just gone and forgotten. I thought it was just a series that was just going to, end up on the failed junk pile of many TV series that had failed in the past. But, I'm happy that they finally just brought this back and they righted the wrongs of where they went wrong with it, basically. And that was just not bringing about that intrigue, not introducing interesting things, that are going to keep us coming back for more. And that's what happened in season 3. We had no reason to fucking keep coming back every week because there wasn't anything interesting happening in this series. It felt very cliche and it lost every bit of its originality. Um, and it's been a couple of years and I've kind of blocked it out. I really don't remember everything that happened in season 3. But one, it's not really as disappointing. At first, I was a little bit disappointed to find out that Claire wasn't going to be a part of this series and that she's pretty much dead. Um, and Noah has his memory completely wiped, and he's trying to find out what happened a year ago and why he got his memory wiped. Now I haven't watched all 5 episodes up to the end yet. I just got done with episode 3, and I'm gonna be watching episode 4 today. And so far I like where it's going, and it's really, just it really wants to keep me watching, pretty much. I just, can't wait to see what's going to happen next. We keep hearing about Hero and his daughter, who we see. And I have to say, that was very cool in the first episode. How we got to see the supposed girl who claims to be Hero's daughter. Um, in the video game world, and she has the ability to transport herself into a fucking digital realm, and I thought that was pretty fucking awesome to see that. That concept alone made fucking things like pixels look like a fucking joke. I mean, I was, pretty astonished about how many different things they tried to work into one episode. And we have so many different perspectives going into this, including a couple that's going around and killing Evos because they feel that Evos were responsible for their son's death. There's just so many different angles going on in this series, and everything is handled so well. And you even got smaller side stories going on, and you really feel like this is one big world with a lot of people living in it, and you never know, who's an Evo and who's not, and just everybody just gets into this whole cohesive story, and it really feels like one giant big world within a show. It really does. And that's the beauty of this show. That's the beauty of what happened in the first season. We were introduced and we kept on being introduced to new characters, and it never got old. Because how could it get old when you're always introducing something new, fresh, and original every single week in every single episode? And that's what's missing from a lot of TV shows. Intrigue every single week. Give us a reason to come back to it. Give us a character. Give us an interesting angle. Give us something that the characters have to strive for. And we're going to wonder, how they're going to handle their problems next week on next week's episode. And that's what Heroes Reborn has done. It is a reimagining of sorts. Of sorts. It's not a complete reimagining of this series. And it's brought it into 2015, and it's setting Heroes in the right direction. And, I couldn't be any more happy for them. So, yeah, definite recommendation for this show. I think it's a thing of beauty.